A big game tonight in Atlanta Gateway Arena. As the Atlanta Dream take on the Seattle Storm. And I know you say like, why a big game? I just think it is a big game. I mean, the Dream have lost 5 games in a row. Um, in that time span, the Seattle um, Storm have won 2 games. This is a game that the Dream really needs, in my opinion. And like I said, I think you see the Seattle Storm trending upwards with you know the young players or the young core that they have. And then they have some veteran presence over there with Stephanie Dawson, Natasha Heidemann, um, Katie Samuelson. So also with Mega Izzy, I can't pronounce her last name correctly. Sorry for that, but they have some presence over there with that young core, and they've been trending upwards. Like I said the future look bright for the Seattle Storm, in my opinion. They keep those pieces together. But yeah, like I said, it's a big game for the Dream tonight. Uh, I know they want to get off the snide, get off this losing streak. I don't know if Brianna Jones is going to come back tonight. They say she's been practicing, with the team. Uh, so we probably might in spurts get an opportunity to see how that looks with her and Angel in the starting lineup, or however Carr decides to do it. It's just very important. I feel like to get off to an early start, and I feel like, in my opinion, I would try to take the head of the snake, and I think the kind of head of the snake, or the person you want to look to try to make sure they don't get going early on the road for the Seattle Storm is Heidemann. Like I said, Heidemann has played on teams like the Minnesota Lynx, and being coached under Cheryl Reeves, understand kind of what it takes going into a hostile environment tonight for Seattle Storm. And I just think that if you're the Dream, you want to try to take Heidemann out the game early. You don't want to get her going. One thing about her, she can shoot the 3 ball. She can get downhill as well and put pressure on your defense. So I think we want to put our best defender on Heidemann tonight, not let her get going. In the last game, she had 20 points, and I thought she was just the key engine I thought she was the key engine that got them going, against the Dream that night, where they just was making every shot they took. And so like I said, I would think about definitely putting Heidemann. I would definitely think about putting Brian on Heidemann. Try to put that length on her, and try to kind of bother her a little bit with the length, and not let her get going, because like I said, she can put pressure on your team. And